Courtney Hancock is the new queen of the Gold Coast and Surfers Paradise. She's taken out the first round, and what a wonderful place to do it. Snapper Rocks, it wasn't like that this morning, Leachy, but it is a beautiful part of the world.
We love your surfing, and there are plenty out there, though, when you go. It's a very, very popular place.
A lot more to the Gold Coast experience than meets the eye as well. Shopping is a really big part of it. So too, Guy Leach, I know you've done a fair share of this in the last couple of days, eating out.
Indeed, and we've been very fortunate to be staying at the Sea Temple Resort, which is right on the beach here at Surfers Paradise, 5-star living. And well, there's Tommy Atkinson checking in, and Elise Bennett with a board under her arm.
And this swimming pool this morning at the Sea Temple, I tell you what, Trevor Hendy, he could be making a comeback to the Ironman.
And those mirrors there, Leachy's been in front of those all morning in the gym.
That's
just pumping
slightly
it up.
harsh, Howie, slightly harsh, but true.
It is a beautiful venue. Look at the views there. Hayden's on the 38th floor. He's got a fear of heights. He's been a little bit edgy up there. It's one of the best spots in Queensland, and I'm sure Courtney Hancock agrees with that, and she's down there with Hayden now for the presentation.
And here we are back at Surfers Paradise Beach. We just had the females finish up, and first place we've got Courtney Hancock in a time of 43 minutes. Courtney, big round of applause for everyone. Well done, Court. Congratulations. A big race. Probably not the best start you would have liked in that board leg.
No, actually from the start I had a little bit of a slip off the hill down there and got a little bit hit in the board, but that's our, that's our sport, that's how it goes, and I really just stayed relaxed the whole way and yeah, went with it.
Well, that's exactly right. It's all about the conditions out there, and you certainly made up for it in that swim leg. Can you tell us about that? You just powered through.
Yeah, no, the swim's always been my strongest leg since I was a little girl, so yeah, I just really went out there and yeah, came through in the end. So.
Thank you very much, and most importantly, the first round win and your first round for the Kellogg's Nutrigrain. Perfect. Congratulations. Big round of applause. Thanks, darling. And up next, we have Elizabeth Plumers in second place. Big round of applause for Elizabeth. What a way to come home. Beautiful swim leg. Very, very happy about that one.
Yeah, I mean, I had a bit of a shocker on the board and did a really good run to try and catch the front girls. I was just wanting to sit on Crystal's feet for that swim leg and got her in that run leg, so that was good. And then just, yeah, powered home.
Perfect. Powered home. Courtney just got away from you in the ski leg. Very, very close. I'm sure the competitive spirit was kicking in when you were going around the cans together.
Yeah, definitely. Courtney and I have had a great rivalry going on for the last few years, so it's good to have her next year, but it would have been nice to finish in front of her, but that's okay.
Awesome work. Congratulations. Second, not a bad start to the series.
Yeah, thank you very much.
No worries. All right, guys, and coming at third place, we've got Crystal Smith, one of the veterans of the sport. She's been around for a while. Crystal, how was that?
Yeah, it was tough. I mean, most people know that, I'm not the most graceful runner, but I just sort of tried to stay in there, had a good start and got out in front, and those girls just fly across that sand. So to come third, I'm absolutely stoked. I feel like I won. I'm that happy. Over
the moon. That's good to hear. I was having a good chat with Floody out there, and she said you've been putting a lot of work into your run leg. So well done. At least you can keep up with these young girls as well, and that's the most important thing. What a great start. Yeah, it's definitely a great start. I was a bit nervous coming into this race, obviously, with the longer runs, but yeah, thanks Floody for calming my nerves before the race. She's a great friend of mine. I've known her for a long time, and she really knows how to get the best out of me, and yeah, I was stoked to have her there by my side. That's it. Let's give Crystal a big round of applause, and thank you to all the girls.
Beautifully done, Hayden, and dropping a nice darling on Courtney Hancock as well. He's going beautifully. And let's have a look at the field now. And Courtney Hancock stands at the top.
Yeah, well, she's done fantastic today and had her first win of the series. And Plumers in second. Smith had a great result for third place. Moya, well done to you. Bait-Up, she's been the big talk of this race, coming in injured. Crudy's had a great day, and Jordan Mercer, the youngster, well done to you.
As we flip the page, Harriet Brown was in 8th, Kellyanne Perkins debuting in 9th there, Danielle Allen in 10th, and Tennille Devine in 11th. Candice Falzone was there as well, right through to Amy Northern in 18 and Nikki Chapman in 20.
Well done to Courtney Hancock. She takes out the first round at Surfers Paradise, holding the trophy aloft, her first ever round win. She'll be stoked with that. It was a wonderful performance. After the break, Hurst, Eckstein, Holmes, Doherty, and the men go head to head. In Australia, the summer burns long and hot. For generations, we have witnessed a fantastic competition. our strongest and fittest athletes in tests of endurance and skill, stamina and courage, in the burning sands and the thunderous waves, over great distances and from one side of this nation to the other. The challenges have been enormous, beyond most people.
He's still on this wave.
But these superb athletes are incredibly strong, physically and mentally strong. Matty Paul will take out Bondi and he is pretty in pink. Only the best can make it into this exclusive group, and then, like hardened steel, it gets a whole lot tougher. Have a look at the face on that! Golden names of the IronMen series include Olympian Kai Hurst, the phenomenal Zane Holmes, and the man that stands at the pinnacle, 6-time series winner Shannon Eckstein. 21 athletes at the peak of condition, all fierce competitors, an intense battle of man on man against the elements of nature and a test of mental strength like nothing else. And there is nothing else quite like the Kellogg's Nutrigrain IronMen series. Welcome to Surfers Paradise. It is a glorious day. The sun is shining, the surf is pumping. Courtney Hancock has taken out the first event of the women's series. Guy Leach and Nicole are back with me now. We move on to the men. Shannon Eckstein, his brother Kane, they are powerhouses, Guy.
Look, on paper, they're their best that you can see in this race. I mean, you've got to think they're the favourites for their first race. Shannon Eckstein last year won the first round, which was an endurance race, so set up beautifully for today, but didn't win another race last year. Had a good enough race consistency-wise over the series to win the whole thing. But then Kane Eckstein last year was overcooked going to the first race. This year won the Coolangatta Gold leading in. He's had a good break after that race. He looks good as well, so look for those two guys.
Tough to beat the Eckstein boys. Kai Hurst, the man has done it all. He's off to the Olympics. He's won this series countless times and just starting to let the competitors around him know that, Nicole.
Well, what would pre-competition be without a little bit of argy-bargy? So Kai Hurst has been coming out saying Shannon is definitely beatable. And if the boys think they've got a big ticker, well, he's got the biggest ticker of all. But along those lines, Matt Poole has also been talking about how hard he's worked in the pre-season. He's gone to Austria with Red Bull. He's done super training over there and he's ready to fire as well. So a little bit of argy-bargy, but I'm sure it will be all forgotten once race time comes around.
As you noted too, Nicole, he is ripped at the moment. Matt Paul. Now, Leachy, we were down on the beach yesterday. Reece Drury in training, a nasty injury in the surf. His finger is all out of whack. How's that going to affect him?
We were down the beach when they were having a warm-up yesterday, and he body surfed into the bank, and he dislocated his finger very badly too, and he tried to get it back into position by himself, couldn't do it. Off to the doctors, had to have an x-ray first before they would go and do it, and then they put it back into place. So he had a splint on last night when we did the briefing for the today's series. So it's going to be really interesting to see how he goes. He's won the Coolangatta Gold before. He knows what it's like to do endurance races, and it's going to be very interesting to see how he goes.
Great to see him competing. Leachy, you'd be out for 6 weeks minimum with that one. Right, our man on the beach, he is having a wonderful time. Hayden Quinn, come in with the conditions, please.
Well, here we are down on the Gold Coast, a beautiful Surfers Paradise beach, the home of competitive surf lifesaving for round one of the Kellogg's Nutrigrain IronMen series. The crowd's getting pumped. They're ready to go. The sun's coming out. It's perfect conditions for Ironman racing. This Enduro format. It's going to be tough on the boys. It's getting nice and warm, but I think they're ready to rock and roll.
Thank you very much, Hayden. Now to a man that has done so much in this sport on the sand, Trevor Hendy.
Well, you might think being in deep only refers to out here in the water, but it doesn't. Remember, if I'm in this race, when I hit this hard sand, my heart rate's through the roof. So I start to run up here, not so bad so far, but remember, I'm running uphill. All of a sudden, I hit the soft sand down here. If I run like a normal person runs, when I put my heel down and my foot, I slip away. I've got no grip. So what you'll see the guys and girls doing is digging their toes in the sand like this. They have to get in deep. And if you have a look at that footprint there, I've created a little ramp. That's the ramp that I'm pushing off. So they'll be leaning over, almost falling over their steps. Now here's what's even better. When I'm taking those steps, if someone's in front of me, they've made that step. Look at that, right there. That's my little ramp that I'm looking for. So you'll see everybody doing short steps, long steps, whatever it takes to get their foot into someone else's footsteps. That's what we call grain riding, because you're using somebody else's hard work to get a little bit of assistance.
He has still got it, Trevor Hendy, the smooth moving Trevor Hendy. All right, let's have a look at the course map. Leachy, 11.76 metres. This is a beast.
It's an hour and a half endurance race. You start with the board leg, 1,400 metres, then you're onto the soft sand. As Trevor was saying, the next leg in the water is the swim leg. 800 metres, then you're back on the sand. You're back on the sand after every water leg, and then it's the long one, the ski leg, which is nearly 2 kilometres of paddling. M-shaped course again. Negotiate the break. You go around the run leg again, and then we do it all over again. 2 times through, an hour and a half of racing, complete endurance style event.
Well, here we are, the top 21 men. You notice the coloured competitors in their jerseys just to make sure we can see exactly who everyone is. So Shannon and Kane Eckstein down there. Kane in the number 4 orange jersey. Shannon number 1 in grey. Matty Pooley loves it in pink. Zane Holmes, he is a wonderful competitor. We move down Hugh Doherty, Wes Berg and Ali Day.
And we will introduce you to some new competitors that you didn't see last year. In particular, there's Kendrick Louis that won the trial. He's there at number 11. And Thomas Trembath is also a newcomer to the series. Also, Corey Hill, good to see him there. And there's some really good talent, including the old man at number 20.
Yeah, and also look out, that's right, Phil Clayton, who's back, been a world Ironman champion, 34 or 35 years of age. I can't remember exactly which one it is.
He did ask me to point out that he was 15 when he started racing with you as an older competitor. So there's Kai Hurst. He's in great nick.
Yeah, Wes Berg, they're all happy to be there. There's Kendrick Louis, the trial winner.
So again,
Matty Poole, who won the trial the year before but finished second last year.
The top 10 competitors have the solid colours on their tops, and then from 11th to 21st they have the white tops with the coloured on the side.
Well, the man with the beard there, that's Corey Jones, and he's looking like he's ready for Santa Claus to turn up.
Zane Holmes, does he look focused, Leachy? He's had a bit of time off, he's ready to go. He's managing that back injury that caused him problems last year. These are 21 of the fittest men in the country. The Kellogg's Nutrigrain Ironman Series is set for a start here. Some wonderful athletes as they go on to a near 12-kilometre race, and the boys are away.
Well, the all-important start going through this break, 2 to 3 foot on the edge. We can see that a couple of competitors are at the back, but as we get in closer, we'll see who is up the front. But at the moment, it is ferocious paddling. You need to get through that white water, and it's the all-important getting that board up and over the waves as you pump your way out into the clear stuff. That's Atkinson in front. So Atkinson's had a flyer. He's got off well on the right-hand side of the screen. Hugh Doherty's up there as well as we look out to that. And then also Mitch Miller I can see in the screen as well. That's Phil Clayton is at the very right-hand side of the course as well.
Looks like Zane Holmes has moved up there into second position. A wonderful start from young Tommy Atkinson, the 26-year-old from Queenscliff. He's one of only 2 competitors that train south of the border. He likes to just get away from it down there. He's been training extremely well, and he's made a very nice start with Zane Holmes right on his shoulder.
Well, he is a full-time accountant and works all day and then trains around the work, which is very, very hard to do. Had to go through the winter break in Sydney and has done a great job doing that.
Hayden.
Guys, we got a big start there. It's really difficult running into those boards. The interesting thing to see is one of the race favourites, Kane Eckstein, is actually right at the back of the pack there. So he's going to have to work really hard over this Enduro format to catch back up to those front pack.
What happened to Kane at the start, Hayden?
Mate, he literally just missed it. He didn't get through the break. He got hit by a couple, and now he's right at the back. He's really going to have to work hard. He wants to catch up with that front pack.
Thanks for that, mate. Absolutely spot on. All over it. The MasterChef champion and lifesaver.
Well,
and there is Kane Eckstein.
And along down at the back with him is Kai Hurst as well. So not a fantastic start for Kai in the opening bit of this, but it is an enduro race, so we've got 90 minutes of racing.
He said this morning, Kai Hurst, he was very nervous about the first race. He had a poor start last year, and he's not sure, Leach, if he can race those endurance events like he used to.
Yeah, well, it's always hard when it's been a long time between drinks, and Kai Hurst, and you look at the back of the field there, that's the 2 of them there, and they're a long way to catch up to the front markers, which is Atkinson and Zane Holmes at the moment. And the beauty is we've seen Shannon Eckstein in the field as well. He's in a good position. So a lot of work to be done by Kane, his brother, and also Kai Hurst. But look for the swim league because Kai Hurst will make up a lot of room.
All right, the Eckstein boys, they have been so dominant in this sport. Shannon, you can see him there. He took out the series last year. He also won another World Ironman crown. Let's have a listen to some of his thoughts.
That's why I do the sport. I do the sport to win races. So I want to put myself in the position to do that in every race I do. There's probably one race back in 2008, round 5, that I'd like to take back. I thought I performed really, really badly that race, and I'd love to be able to take that race back. But I learned a lot since then. I've won every series since 2008, and I think I can put that down to round 5, 2008, where I had a pretty poor race.
Trevor Hendy, we saw you in the back of shot there. By gee, it's an exciting scene as the boys power around the first buoy.
Oh, it really is, and as you talked about, there's Kane and Kai Hurst at the back.